family, Alexis Maybank and Alexandra Wilkes-Wilson, along with, of course, Alina. Ladies, welcome. 1,000 employees now, is that right?
Over 1,000 employees.
1,000 employees.
Right.
You started with 5 of you in the middle of a recession. I'm going to go back to that day, November 13th, 2007, the first sale day. You say in the book, most of us were worried about what would happen when the clock struck 9 Eastern that morning. Would we have to take our heels off and put on flats so we could move faster to fill customers' orders and answer their questions? The truth is, we were deeply afraid we'd sell nothing. But you sold, and you've been selling ever since.
That's right.
It's an amazing trajectory. What about starting something in the middle of a recession, something that's really been a boys' network till now, starting in e-commerce? I mean, what gave you the confidence to do it? Was it just the idea?
Well, the first thing that really helped us is we were pursuing an idea that we were really passionate about. We had a better understanding of the customer than almost anyone because we shop this way already. And so we were really going to what we knew. And that gives you a lot of confidence if you're focusing on ideas you're passionate about and you feel equipped to understand the customer better than anyone.
You guys are growing so fast. I mean, a lot of people look at you and say, initial public offering, is this a company that I'm going to be able to invest in? You must be talking to bankers about an IPO.
We actually aren't at the moment.
You're not talking to them. But
in 2012, we discussed internally with the possibility in 2013.
All right, 2012, talk about it internally. All right, so anybody's looking to invest, there's your answer there, Alina.
You know, what I found interesting is part of the reason why you wrote this book is a lot of customers were coming to you and not saying, when are you going to sell that next Vera Wang dress, but rather, how did you start your business? What made you do this? How can we do the same thing? What I thought was so interesting was that you say it really comes down to relationships, meaning your relationship, right? Type A in different ways, and also execution, meaning that ideas are, I loved when you said this, ideas are cheap. Execution is key.
Yeah.
It's really in the execution, right? And you were naive. That helped a lot, didn't it?
Yeah, naive can sometimes help. And we were a team of 5 co-founders, and as you said, relationships were critical. First of all, they helped us hire and grow our team. They helped us to build our membership because we didn't have a big marketing budget. Our initial members were all of our friends and our friends' friends. And then ultimately, it was relationships with the designers and the fashion community that brought them all on board. Zach Posen was our first designer. And then we were really off to the races.
Yeah, in fact, I did not know that. I was surprised by that. And we were talking about this earlier. Zach and I emailed, and he said, I said, all these years later, are you still with Gilt? And he said, yes. Are you kidding me? I love Gilt. So there you go. The proof is in the pudding. I mean, that's pretty amazing, though. But it took a leap of faith for him, didn't it, in the beginning?
Well, Zach Posen was a pioneer. And after that, I mean, at this point, we have 6,000 brands that are working with us. But having him on board as the first really helped us to get all the brands to follow.
The world was so different in 2007.
Oh,
so as
yeah.
we were going out and presenting the Zach Posens of the world with our business idea, most of them weren't even selling online.
When a lot of people hunkered down and didn't want to start anything new, you did. And a lot of people are saying, women in this economy, this is the way it's going to be. You're going to have to make it for yourself. I mean, what do you think about that?
I think there's a lot to be said about that. And in this case, if I look at the economy today, there's 28% women-run businesses. The dollars flowing from investors, though, to women-run businesses are only about 4 to 10%.
How can that be? Because women-owned businesses are so small generally. They don't get as big as yours.
And it can be tougher and more intimidating as a woman to raise capital, without a doubt.
One thing that really was so interesting to me back when I first talked to you guys was the fact that back in the day when you started, it was very difficult to get consumers to wrap their heads around the idea to buy something online without being able to try it on, like the traditional sample sale, right? And so you really took that whole let's show the product off to a different level. You really made it editorial, didn't you?
We invested a lot in the photography. We started shooting all the apparel on models, which was something that was not common back then. And we very quickly built a trust with our customer base. Amazing brands, really good prices, and we made it easy to return if for some reason something you bought didn't fit.